You had a chance to invest with Jeff Bezos very early, and you didn't. Why?
I'm so stupid. Don't embarrass me. I'm so much regretting my life. He and I were just one-on-one in a small hotel in Switzerland, talking a couple of hours, investing, and he and I almost agreed. And,
What year was this?
Before his IPO. So we were talking, SoftBank invest $100 million to own 30% of his company. And so the valuation we were talking was like $300 million. And he said, no, Masa, you're crazy. We're not 300 million company. He said, we are 350 million company. So the gap was only $50 million. And we were talking. And I said, okay, maybe you're right. Maybe we're close enough. And I would talk to my guys in Tokyo and come back to you. And I right after the trip, I went to talk to my guys, and everybody said, maybe that's crazy idea. Maybe you're right, but where is money? And after discussing 1 hour, I said, well, you're right, we don't have money. So we gave up that idea.
Well, let me ask you about one thing that's been in the news over the past year, and you've called it a mistake. And so I'm curious what the lesson is for you. WeWork, of course, was something you've talked about being a mistake. Now that you've thought about it and spent some time trying to learn from it, what was the lesson?
Well, I think this is a lesson that Adam Neumann himself is telling himself he made a mistake. And he's a smart guy. I think he admit he made a few mistakes. I think that he's a smart guy. He's an aggressive guy. He has lots of capability. He can convince people. He's a great leader. But he made some mistake. Any human makes some mistake. And in a total score, his investment, his decisions, and I'm part of the responsibility of his mistake. So I still love him. I still respect him. I'm sure he would come back and do some great stuff in his rest of the life. So I'm a big believer that someday he will be very successful. And he would say he has learned a lot from his prior life. But again, we made a lot of loss in the investment in WeWork, billions of dollars, and that is my mistake. Okay, but luckily, we have some other hit. So in total score, we are still positive. Tens of billions of dollars. So I'm hopeful that other investment in our Vision Fund will make us additional profit.
How much do you spend time thinking about mistakes that you made? There's some people who put them in the back of your mirror immediately, and there's some people who study them for a very, very long time.
Well, first, there are two kinds of people when you make mistake. One kind of people don't want to admit that you have made a mistake, and those people try to make all kinds of excuse and justify what you have made the decision in the wrong way. And the other group is accept and admit the mistake. And I'm the kind of guy, I would rather, accept my stupidity and my ignorance, my, bad decisions, so that I can learn from my mistake. I don't need to justify my mistake. I accept it. Sorry, I was stupid, right? So that I can learn quickly, and I try not to make the same mistake. I don't want to remember again and again,
Right.
but it's better to accept it so that I can become smarter.